Welcome in to another stitch tutorial. Today we're going to do a mesh stitch in brick form. Now this looks good with any weight of yarn, but I am using a chunky in the hope that you're going to see what I'm doing a little bit better. This looks great in not only much thinner threads, but also the thicker. So give it a go in something. You're going to need multiples of 4 plus 2. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16, and then add 2. 1, 2. And this will be the same on both sides and is a 2-row repeat. Thanks, Beany. Your belly is in the way. You're not helping. Much fun. Oh my gosh. The trials and tribulations of this crocheter. Okay. Now I can't remember if I added the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I added the 2. Okay, good. So now you want to do a half double crochet in the 4th from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, half double crochet. And half double crochet to the end of the row. Okay, now we're at the end of the row of our half doubles. We now want to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and turn. Now we're going to do a treble crochet in the next stitch. So standard treble crochet. Now I want you to have a look at these diagonal here, the twists in the treble that we've just done, because that's what we're working into now. You're going to yarn over and turn your work if you need to, and you're going to go into that first diagonal and make sure you get the full stitch so that you've got the front and the back. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and go to the second twist, the second diagonal, and go through. Make sure you catch the front and the back. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over and go into the bottom, which is the last twist. Make sure you get the front and the back. Yarn over, pull through. And then while you're down there, go into the next available stitch. Go in, yarn over, pull through. Now we need to get some of these loops off the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 3 of those loops. Going to yarn over and pull through the next 3 loops. 3 loops left. Yarn over and pull through 3. And now you are left with a nice wide column. Chain 2. Because you're chaining 2, you're going to skip 2. 1, 2, and you're heading into the third one to do that treble crochet. So in, do your treble crochet, and then take a look at your diagonals again, see where they are, yarn over, turn your work if needs be, and go into that top stitch. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go into the second, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go into the bottom. Again, please remember, get both the front and the back of that stitch. Yarn over, pull through, and then into the next available working stitch, in, yarn over, pull through. Now from here we need to take off the hook, so yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over and pull through the remaining 3, and then we have another column. And you repeat this until you get to the end of the row, but I'll stay with you. I'm going to do another treble, skip 2, go into the third to make that treble, and then we're looking at the column again. Yarn over into that first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over into that second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go into that third, the bottom stitch, the very first part of the treble that you made, yarn over, pull through, and then go into the next working chain along, yarn over, pull through, and then we need to get rid of the loops, so we yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 3, oops, I missed one, yarn over and pull through 3. Okay, chain 2, miss 2, 1, 2, and into the third do a treble crochet. Now this is the end of the row. When you finish that treble, yarn over, go into that first stitch, or the top of the stitch, yarn over, go into the middle of the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go into the bottom of that treble, yarn over, pull through, and then go into that corner stitch, pull through. Then let's take these loops off our hook. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then into the very corner of that chain, the top of the chain, we're going to go in to do our treble. Just a standard treble, nothing fancy. And there is row 1 done. Chain 2 and turn. This is the second row of the repeat. Yarn over and into that chain space place 2 half double crochets. Into the top of that column, a half double into the first stitch of that column, and a half double into that second at the top of the column. And then we come to a space again, so we want to put 2 half doubles. We come to the column and we want to put 2 into the top of that, 1 into each of the stitches on top of the column, and you carry on to the end of the row. So I'm now at the end, just putting 2 into the top of that column, and I want to make sure that I get this space. So putting 2 into the end like that. From here, we're going to repeat the first row again. So we need to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn. First off, we're doing a treble into the next stitch over. So there's our treble. Yarn over, and we're going into the top diagonal. Yarn over into the middle diagonal. Yarn over and the bottom. And then when you're at the bottom, go into the next working chain along, yarn over, pull through, and then we take these off of the hook. So yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 3 stitches, and yarn over, pull through 3 stitches. And there we have our next column. Now, if you prefer, you may want to do just 1 half double in the edge spaces. That is completely up to you. When it's all made up, it still works out as a straight edge when it's worked out. But when it isn't worked out, it does look like this. So it is completely down to you whether you do 1 or 2. So bear that in mind. When you've done the column, chain 2. We're going for another treble in the next one along. Oh, not the next one along, sorry. In the third one along. So 1, 2, and in the third. So you should be above the next column that's underneath. And then you are going into the diagonal. So you yarn over into the diagonal, yarn over, into the diagonal, yarn over, oops, into the diagonal, and then in the next working chain along, yarn over, and then let's take off the hook. Three at a time, and done. And continue that to the end of the row. I've just done my last treble. So chain 2 and turn, and then I'll show you. I've just put one. No, I'm not going to put one in there, but you can put one in there if you wish. I'm going to put my 2 half doubles into that chain space. 1 half double into the first stitch at the top of that column. 1 half double into the next. And then we come back to the chain space again. And in that chain space, we have 2 chains. So we're going to put 2 half doubles into the chain space. There is a difference between going into the chain and into the chain space. I am not going into the chain, I'm going into the space. Yarn over, pull through, like so. Then the top of the column, we're going into the stitch for 2, and then we're back to the chain space, and you do that to the end. And we're on the end, so I'm going to put 1 into the chain space, and I just caught, there we go, and another into the chain space to square it off. There we go. And let's put a hanky marker in, because that's where I'll finish for now. And the hanky markers, of course, are on my Etsy, which is linked down below in the description, along with a few other stitch markers down there. Straighten out. Grr. So there we have it. A brick mesh stitch. What do you think? Fancy giving it a go? Do it with the smaller thread. Make a lovely drapey shawl with it for summer. Heck, make a blanket out of it. Your imagination, go with it. Hopefully you will give it a go, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.